Welcome everyone to WWE Battleground pay-per-view review. I am Mr. WIW, and before we start things off, I would like to say we have an Instagram, WIW Wrestling. It's our logo. You'll see it, so follow us. And then we have, we're going to have our first handicap match for our Backyard Wrestling. It'll be cool. It will be posted this week, so check that out. But let's start off with our first match. New Day versus the Usos. By far, this was the best match of the night because the rest of the card wasn't that good. But anyways, I loved how the match started out. You know, there was a bunch of near falls. There was like that weird Kofi just really did a trust fall, but then the Usos turned to a powerbomb. That was really cool. I know the Usos, they gave Xavier a drop kick when he was going for an elbow drop. Again, awesome moves. I mean, this match, first I thought, the Iron Man match at Great Balls of Fire was good. I mean, but this was awesome too. I mean, two great tag matches on pay-per-views, two in a row now. I mean, that's awesome. I love it. I know some people are a little mad that the New Day won. I mean, I guess I don't really care because I like both teams, so it wasn't a big deal. But I can see the argument the Usos should have had it longer. At least wait till SummerSlam. Probably right. The only thing is, the New Day are pretty much the best tag team on both Raw and SmackDown, so it is what it is. I think they will make the titles more prestigious just because they're the New Day and they have the longest reign. But yeah, the problem is the match is so good the other ones couldn't live up, and maybe that's why the other ones didn't seem as good. But this was match of the night by far, and I give both teams credit. They had a lot. Teams have good chemistry, so I hope we see even a better one at SummerSlam. Next match, Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. So, obviously Nakamura is a great wrestler, and Corbin, he's getting there, not the best, technician. He's just a good big guy. But I don't know, this match it felt just like an average SmackDown match. I just for the two guys, and Corbin's good enough. Nakamura's awesome. I don't know. It was all right. And then the thing of Nakamura, because his main thing is that strong style. His kicks, they're supposed to look deadly. When he was just doing it, just they didn't look at it. They're he's just kicking. I don't know. To me, I don't know what they're doing because I've watched a little bit of him in NXT, not a lot, but again, from what I've heard, they're not using him right with all his strong style. I don't know. They didn't look impactful. That's pretty much what I'm saying. And probably because you don't want little kids doing it. The low blow ending. I don't know if it's just another way to continue the story. Probably. I don't know. It didn't really do anything for either guy. I was just protecting him. So the only thing that I guess that was interesting that I thought that came out of the match was I think the announcers acknowledged Nakamura and pretty much in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or was it IWGP? I think it's IWGP, for his title or whatever. So that was cool because usually they don't, especially WWE not liking to give other companies name recognition, to help their brand. So again, cool. But overall, the match, it was just, I don't know. It's you could probably watch a SmackDown match and it'll be just as entertaining. So hopefully we will see a better one or they will move on. So after that, we have the Fatal 5-Way Women's match. This match was going to start a little slow. I didn't really care, the Lana Tamina thing. It was just, Lana still looks, she still looks a little green in the ring, I think just give her more time, she'll get better. But I don't know, I think she had to spend more time in NXT. To me, it really showed here. And there's times where I think she someone was pinning someone she was breaking up the pins, that makes no sense. And they weren't pinning Tamina, it was Charlotte pinning Natalia or something. It made no sense at all, and she would break it up. Again, I know when they got her out of the ring though, the mat it really picked up with Becky, Charlotte, and Natalia. They really knew what they were doing in there. Again, the ending was a little weird, but I thought the overall match was pretty good. It definitely picked up in the second half, once Charlotte and Natalia started going. Again, a pretty strong women's match. I didn't mind it. It was good. But like I said, obviously we know what a lot of these women wrestlers are capable of. So, again, good match, but probably wouldn't want to rewatch it. So, for the United States title, we have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. It's weird. I didn't expect seeing Styles have the title coming into this, especially with that live event win, but that was good for shock value. It was pretty good. I think because it's Styles and Owens, I was expecting some masterpiece. But then again, I have to think this is Battleground. This isn't like a pay-per-view where they're probably just wanting to go all out. So I mean, it was all right. I like the spinning fist into a DDT. That was good. Again, it picked up a little bit. It was all right. Like I said, it's probably the best singles match of the night. Just because it was those two. But I know both of them can do better, and something tells me WWE was just telling them to hold back. It was kind of like, this would be a really good SmackDown main event. Wouldn't it be above average? Be better than an average SmackDown main event. But again, it was all right. But it's Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. Come on, But it'll be interesting because I thought, if Owens winning, I thought Styles was gonna win. Because there's that rumor of him and Nakamura going SummerSlam. But if Owens winning now, who knows what they're gonna do? Maybe a triple threat. Maybe it might just be Styles and Owens. But it's like this. For one thing, I know for sure is SummerSlam. We are gonna get a really, really good match. Now we have Rusev versus Cena in a flag match. It's pretty boring, really boring. The only spot I see was Cena putting Rusev through a table. I know Rusev's a good wrestler, but I think for, first pay-per-view back, having him lose was dumb. But then again, no, they're always going to have the U.S. win the flag match. I don't know. The problem was they had this. They pretty much were that Styles fighting, Owens, who's a Canadian. Cena again with Rusev, he's from Bulgaria, and then Orton versus Mahal, who's from India. And one of those is fine. 2 to me is already, that's really pushing it. But 3, I don't know. I went to an indie show at IWC and they had a flag match, and I'm not gonna lie, there's a shorter, and that's why I probably remember it better. Even though they literally, the only thing that Cena's match had over that was probably the table, Rusev through the table. But honestly, I saw no difference from this match and the one I saw in on a basketball court. This was just really boring. I hope they are done feuding, but then again, I don't want Cena to take the title off Mahal, so we'll see. I just think Rusev deserves better than, jobbing to Cena, coming right back. Just not a good match, and I'm tired of seeing, a flag match. And again, there's just too many of U.S. versus the world. It's kind of, pretty much, they had Styles and Owens was before this, then Cena, then 2 segments later was Orton and Jinder. They should at least put one of those 3 should have started off the pay-per-view, but pretty disappointing considering the wrestlers that were in it, but it is what it is. So, guess a little break. There was a Fashion Files segment. It was alright because they were supposed to announce their attackers. The Ascension, were pretty funny in there. At first I got annoyed. I'm like, oh, we were the attackers. I'm just like, jeez. Did they really screw up? And then they said they weren't. So that was good. The thing with the horse head was pretty funny, with the Ascension being scared, or not scared, just disturbed by it. Again, I really wish they would have actually said who the attackers were. I guess it was a little bummer, but hopefully when they actually do show who they are, it'll be pretty big. Again, I thought it was funny, dragging Fandango away. It was just again, they're a comedy team, but it is gold. They pretty much are another New Day, just it's so creative and original, and I love the Fashion Files. So again, pretty funny segment, but I did wish they could I did wish they would show who the attackers were, but again, hopefully it'll be for a bigger moment. So we have Mike Kanellis versus Sami Zayn. It was all right. The only thing I'm worried about is, one, I don't know why Zayn's in this feud. I mean, I thought on SmackDown he'd be higher up, in the totem pole, but hey, it is what it is. I am also worried for Mike Kanellis because I do not see this gimmick going anywhere. I have a feeling he'll probably be fired in like a year and a half to 2 years. I watched him in Ring of Honor. He's pretty good, like a good wrestler, but he was pretty good, entertainer. Little worried for him because I don't know if the point is to make. I don't know if the point of this like whole gimmick is to have Maria be like the alpha in the relationship. I mean, I guess I'm just saying like it's hard for me because I'm more focused on what Maria's gonna do than not. Like, Mike, it doesn't seem like, if Mike wins, okay, that's great, but it's more like, oh, how did Maria help him win? But that's pretty much what we saw, because Maria did get involved a lot in this match, especially in the ring, and then helping Mike. It was a good pace. I think it was one of the announcers, they compared, like, this whole thing of the Kanellis' with, like, a bad romantic comedy. It was all right. I'm just hoping this rivalry ends soon. I think Zayn can do better, and I just think Mike, I don't know. I'm sure what they're gonna do with this gimmick after it, but Sammy got the win. That's nice. Again, it does stop the momentum for his gimmick. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if this feud's gonna. I mean, I'm guessing it'll probably carry into SummerSlam because they both need something to do. But it could probably be a kickoff match. So we'll see. So for the main event, we got the Viper Randy Orton versus the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal for the WWE title in a Punjabi prison match. I'm gonna just say first off, I have never seen one. I know there were two others, but I was not watching at the time and didn't have time to go watch back. But I did. I know reading online, it didn't seem pretty impressive. So I know there are a lot of low expectations for this. Again, I thought it was a good start for the match. I don't know. It's just like the whole rules of this whole match are just weird, and it just makes it hard to see with like the double cage. If the door is like having 60 seconds once they open, that's where, because you kind of know what's going to happen. Like, oh, okay, they're going to go to the last one. The face will, get stuck. I mean, that's kind of, you kind of knew that was going to happen. I thought once they actually got out of the first cage, it got a little bit better. I mean, it got a little violent. I know one of the Singh brothers fell through a table. That was pretty cool. Like the kendo stick. Like, I thought Orton and Mahal, because here's the thing, both of them work like a slower pace, Orton followed the whole dive comments, and then just Mahal, he works a slower pace. So I mean, I thought for those two, I mean, you knew you weren't gonna get like some like technical 5-star match, especially in this type of like gimmick of a match. I mean, well, it wasn't happening. I thought they both did a good job with trying to keep it entertaining. They brought some weapons in. I guess the big thing was Khali returning. It'll be cool to see what's the reasoning behind it. I mean, I think we know why, the backstage reasoning to help them expand in India. I mean, which is fair because Khali's a big deal and they're trying to get Mahal over there. So, again, I don't know. Again, I didn't watch their matches, but I'm guessing this one probably is better than the other two because, I mean, it seemed like the first one, from what I heard, was awful and the second one was just a little better. So we'll see. The good thing is we're probably not going to see this type of match for a long time. It's a hard match to it's a hard gimmick of a match to pull off to make it a good one. So I give the guys credit, but again, I probably don't need to see another match like this for another 10 years. But my overall thoughts on the pay-per-view, I was kind of disappointed because SmackDown I feel has pretty much a better quality than Raw, but Raw's been doing. I think Raw's just been winning more now, especially like with each week, and especially with Great Balls of Fire. Again, expectations were low, blew me out of my seat. This one, have like high expectations, but they're more than Great Balls of Fire. And they, again, to me, there's only one match that stood out, and that was the tag match. The rest of these were a little shaky, especially with some of the workers you knew that, thought they could pull off a good match. But again, the reason could be they want them to save it for SummerSlam, which is understandable. But, so, I mean, again, guys, thanks for listening. Please subscribe. It's my second one, still trying to get used to this. But please go check out all my other videos, and see you soon.